Okay, different background than usual. I'm in the flat, not at my house. And today we're answering the age old question, at least the new age old question, of going to university or not. And more specifically, me being in university, what the strat is, or like what's the play around that. So I'm going to switch to the Miro board. Here you can see I put university, yes or no. You can see me in a uni class, and then just a Stripe screenshot. That's 1,000 USD mentorship client, so I get half of that because I have a business partner, Oscar. So first of all, I was wondering what is end game for me? Like, what do I want to do long term? And if you're trying to answer the same question, this is very important. And I said one of a couple of things. The end game for me is being in something like software, either doing something tax related, health related, or business growth related. So I'm studying a bachelor's of accounting, and that's like on the way to becoming a chartered accountant. Will I make it all the way? Who knows? But so this is end game. So will my degree be useful? Yes, of course. I mean, first of all, investors. So if I want to start up a company and I'm looking to get investors into the company and stuff like that, having a degree does help a lot. Like, there's no real arguing with that. Can you get by without it? Of course. Does it help? Yes. Investing. So being a chartered accountant, obviously I'll know how to look at a business financials, see if it's a good investment, etc. Also, once again, not a massive deal, but it's an extra thing. Having a fallback, because people love to hate on going to university and getting a degree and stuff. But one day you're gonna have a family and people are gonna depend on you. And if all online business stuff goes down the drain and you can't make any money and your kids can't eat, like, we'll speak again then, right? So the fallback is pretty important to have, I think. I think there's like three ways to have financial security or have, yeah, I guess financial security. Number one is having a ton of money. Number two is having a degree or some kind of like hard skill that people can definitely know that you have, that you can use and get money again. And third of all is just character based, which is actually the most important one. But I want to make a video on that still. And then finally citizenship, applying at things like, let's say I want to get I wouldn't say UK, but some kind of passport overseas or something to travel. Having a degree once again makes it a lot easier. Okay, and then finally knowledge. I'm still learning stuff. A lot of it's interesting, a lot of it's not. Some of it's a waste of time, and I would prefer not to learn it. But some of it is pretty interesting, and it might help me down the line. Okay, so is it worth the sacrifice though? I don't know. It's going to be useful. Is it worth the sacrifice? Who knows? So here is my plan from July 2025 till November 2025. I want to just pass my studies, which means I need to get 50% and above that. Preferably, I'd like to do better, of course. But alongside that, I want to make 5 to 6K a month consistently. So for the South Africans watching this, like, I pretty much want to make 100,000 Rand, which is our currency. And this is what the schedule is kind of looking like for that. I sleep from 10 to 6. Then I have my morning routine from 6 to 8, which is nothing crazy. This is like drink water, meditate, read my Bible, get my weight. Um, Sometimes I eat breakfast. 3 hours of sales calls, brunch slash lunch, depending on if I ate breakfast, of course. Go for a workout because obviously you want to stay healthy while doing all this. You want to be wealthy and healthy. You don't just want to be rich, right? It's not the point. And then also another 3 hours of sales calls. Then I have dinner. I then study or do university work, and then my night routine to get back to bed. Now I don't do this study slash uni thing like super exact. Like sometimes I do something else, like I go on a date with my girlfriend or whatever. Um, but yeah, I just need to stay up to date with all my uni work. And then the plan is by December, I want to have 25K liquid, like after tax, pretty much just in my bank account sitting there. Um, and then I want to create a bunch of SOPs and systems for my life that I'm not constantly working, that I can actually move into higher leverage. So spend less time working and make more money, right? And then the plan for next year in terms of studying, we'll start with plan X, is going to be, first of all, it could be just doing my second and third year. So my degree is 3 years. I've done my first year now, technically. And then I do second and third as normal, whilst working 4 to 5 hours per day, hopefully having higher leverage, because over December and January, when I'm kind of off, I want to move into high leverage stuff. And the benefits and like drawbacks are, first of all, I keep my bursary. I don't have any academic graduation delay, nothing. but I don't have much time to work, and it's going to be very, very stressful next year, the year after. So I prefer not to go that route. Then we've got plan Y, which is take a gap year before my second year. So next year I pretty much take off before I start again. And the plan would be to have 2 million Rand liquid, which is around, call it 150, no, it's less, sorry. It's like 110, 120,000 USD, like after tax. I want to have that in my bank account again. So benefits and drawbacks. Oh, and then after that, I either do plan X, so do second and third year as normal, or plan Z, which I'll get into. First of all, I have lots of time to work on the business. That's great. I have low stress. I make a lot of money. Bad things are I delay my academics. It's done later rather than sooner, potentially underachieving overall. And the other thing is then I have to take a gap year, come back to uni. Like it has to get back into the whole student mindset and everything, which isn't ideal. So that leaves us with plan Z, which is probably the one I'm going to go with. Starting out with splitting my second and third year into 3 years, which means it's going to be less stressful. I'm going to have more time and I can work maybe 5 to 7 hours per day, still higher leverage. And then I have breathing room. I'm staying academically active. I have lots of time to make money. I'm still delaying my academics, so it's done later rather than sooner. And times can still get busy. But this is probably the thing I'm going to go with because it allows me to have a good balance between making good money and finishing my studies and not dropping out and coming back or whatever. And then the plan with that is to make 500k. So I want to have 300k post-tax profits sitting in my bank account by the time I graduate, which is going to be in 2028. Is that a crazy goal? Yes, it's quite high because it means I need to make 14k a month starting from August. But obviously it's going to look something like this. Let's say we're here now. This is going to be the first month that I make more than 50% of that. And it's going to be all over the place. Some months I'll make maybe 20k, some months I'll make 3k. Like it's going to be all over the place. But the idea is just to make that 300k post-tax profit by the time I graduate. So the way I do that is through high ticket sales. I've got coaching, mentorship stuff I do, and then personal branding stuff I'm getting more into, hopefully getting monetized on YouTube and stuff in future. And then all of that should just kind of jam together to get me to that 300k post-tax mark by the end of my studies, which would be ideal. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. If you have any questions, DM me on Instagram. I have that linked in the description as well. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this and it all makes sense. These videos either do really well or really bad. I'm just going to post it anyways because I like to look back on it. But yeah, that's kind of the plan going forward. And I'll see you guys in 2028 with 300k in the bank account.